animal.
What's up? What's up? My name is DJ Wonder. I decided to be like everybody else and start a podcast. It's called Complete Animals. The reason why I call it Complete Animals, let me tell you, I have a show called Animal Status. I was on Shade 45, Sirius XM. Animal Status is a show on Shade 45. It used to be a DJ crew. It still is a DJ crew. Me and my friend DB. DB works on Sway in the morning. I work on Sway in the morning. And it started as us wilding out, basically turning into animals. We used to DJ spots like Hudson Hotel in New York City. He would have 10 Red Bull vodkas and eventually take his shirt off and all kinds of things like that. So we became Animal Status. So that was like our little crew, and then it became my radio show. So this podcast is called Complete Animals, all right? Because that's the lifestyle I continually live, even though I've calmed down a lot and I've surrounded myself with a lot of animals, and you'll hear more from them a little bit later on. Currently, I'm in Miami, Florida. When I came to Miami, I always told myself I would never live here. It's not a place to live. It's too Euro. It's too Latin. It's too Cuban. It's not for me. You know what I mean? I'm a simple man. But now it was time. I saw how my friends were living. I saw how they were hollering at girls left and right. I saw people were outside. And then I ran into one particular gentleman, and his name was JD, and he's sitting right here next to me. JD, introduce yourself, please.
How y'all doing? I'm JD. Stands for Justin Dickinson. Yes, I'm an ex-porn star. Psych, I'm fucking with y'all. But yeah, so I met Eric, probably like 5 years ago. I was like, who's this random blue verified check dude that was checking my stories, man? Then I'm like, oh, wow, he's with Sway Dizzle, whatever. Sway, from the very humble dude. We kept in touch, and then when he came down to Miami, when we went out, I was with a few girls, and I was like, Eric, I like your voice. You got an interviewer voice. I've always dreamed to be interviewed because I feel like I have some savage bullshit to talk about when I'm in the mood, and his voice is be a good voice to ask both questions.
Hold on 1 second, man. What's that? What is, first off, just introduce yourself, though. What is the accent that I'm hearing and everything else?
So basically, I'm from Haiti. It's the Hispaniola, the island next to the Dominican Republic. So I consider myself mixed, but I'm a black man at the same time. It's the same shit. So like I said, I'm from a very spoiled, vibrant city, Miami.
This guy with the spoilage. He's a spoiled little somebody.
It is a spoiled city, bro.
But dog, you're skipping around a lot of things. When I would come to Miami, let me tell you, this is the guy that I would see. He would always be out with around 2 or 3 women, like all the time. And I thought when I came here, I thought, this is it. This is the guy I want to be with. But then I ended up coming here, and he still hangs out with the girls by himself. He doesn't want any dudes around him. He's spoiled, like you said, and he's very selfish. He doesn't give out any of his friends.
I'm not selfish.
What is it?
All due to respect, I don't trust dudes. I don't trust niggas.
All right.
That's it. Very few. Now, if they're older, they're in the late 30s, 40s range, I'll ride with them. They've been there, done that. But if they're younger, I don't got time for that. Right. I don't got that time, the low-key competition. What's mine is yours, bro. Just speak. It's up to her if she wants to fuck with you now. Leave me alone. Next. What's going on?
All right.
This is the kind of podcast I want to have, bro. Wild, disrespectful shit.
First off, you don't say the word podcast during a podcast. It sounds weird as heck. We're just having a conversation. Second off, let's talk.
Okay, let me say why I've always rolled with women.
Yes, please.
So what happened is thankfully my good ex-girlfriend of mine, when I was about 20 years old, wild girl. So she introduced me to South Beach lifestyle. Oh, let's go clubbing. That's when house music was house music. Electro house was popping, Club Live, Mention. And to get into the clubs, you need to be a woman. The average dude will be with mad dicks, whatever dudes, you'll never get in. So I learned a trick. Become good with women. And that was it. It stuck with me. It costed me a few relationships, but it worked out fine.
Man or female relationships? What are you talking about?
Female.
Okay.
Of course, no girls likes that. Why all your friends girls? I just trust women better. I feel like I have guy friends, but
do you smash your friends?
Some depends on the agreement we have. Depending on the chemistry I have, if I'm direct and we agree, cool, you do you, I do me, no problem.
How many buttons do you have unbuttoned on a shirt on a daily basis?
I always leave 3 buttons. I know I need to work on my chest better, but I just like that.
No, it's a good lifestyle. I
got to order my late uncle. You know, that's how he used to rock it. He was about that life, though. I wish I could match him.
I went to Zara the other day and I bought a JD shirt.
You gotta get XL, man, or large. I
got a large. It's semi loose.
You gotta work on that 10 as well too.
I'll get it. Don't worry, buddy. So let's talk about actually the dating scene in Miami, because I bring girls around this guy and he's all over them. It's like, aren't there enough girls in the city? What's wrong with Miami women?
I don't believe in dating. Dating is basically going to a corporate job, being interviewed. Fuck that. Be yourself. Nah, I don't do that.
So why do you import girls and not deal with the girls that are down here just to be friends with, quote unquote, as you say?
If I say this, I'm going to give away a lot of free game and it's going to cost me. So I can't say it on air. Sorry. I'll say y'all off there.
All right, great. That's really helping everybody listening right now, folks.
All right, so basically what it is.
Oh, okay, there we go.
We live in an era of social media. A lot of people are very accessible women. So don't know who's a hot dude to go fuck with in Miami. A hot promoter, whatever. So you're better off getting a random girl that's not from here and have a good time. You don't got to worry about her selling you out. She's gonna go. It sounds like pimping, but no, it's not. That's what I mean by that. Yo, I got confronted by a grown-ass dude the other day. And I got to tell y'all this story. So there was this beautiful Asian chick. She was half white, half Asian. Gorgeous, stunning. Looking like a real-life Mulan and Lucy Liu. Just gorgeous. But she was a great friend of mine. Nothing ever happened with her and I. We met around 2016. And I kept it real with her. I was just joking one day. I'm like, yo, so if you and I hook up right now, what's going to happen? She's like, bitch, you might be. And I'm like, what if I go hook up with other people? It's like, nah, I'm not cool with that. I appreciate the honesty. We became good friends ever since then. It never went that way. Her and my cousin had a thing. And I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. It didn't work out with them. But she was like my ride or die. Like, she would ride everywhere with me. Like, we'll kick it. But like, she was I'm not going to mention more of a career, but she was on the road a lot.
Yo, who are you talking to over there? We haven't even introduced the guest. You got to talk into the mic and talk to the people watching.
Yo, my bad. I feel like I'm fucking this up.
No, you're great.
No, I'm not.
You're doing great.
I beat all.
Just look at that right there. It's called the camera. Now get in that mic with your mouth. So, listen, and I'm not cutting any of this out, by the way, either. You're gonna learn today. All right, buddy. You're doing great. Your job is you're gonna run down the clubs Monday through Sunday. So anybody from out of town coming in and wants to meet Emily Radikowski or something like that, where do they go? You're gonna hit that right now. Go Monday through Sunday. Bung.
If it's Monday, it's gotta be Club Swan. You know, they got the whole restaurant downstairs, and then upstairs, yeah, that's Swan. That's it.
Okay, Tuesday
kind of fell off due to the pandemic in Miami. So unless you're on that temporary money, fast life, scamming, you know, Mr. Jones, nah, it's not gonna. Maybe, they got Strawberry Moon. You might catch you there because it's more of a welcoming group out there. So it should feel more comfortable. Wednesdays, Komodo,
nice. All right.
Komodo upstairs, definitely.
That's
Thursday, they got the Latin night at Live, so maybe, hey, it's Miami. She might, depending on what's his name. Confident dude purple, so she might be comfortable with her.
Find somebody to knock up at Latin night at Live.
And on Friday, you got a lot of options, like everything is slowly back open. But for a girl on her status, she'll stick with the Live group, those places.
All right. Saturday and Sunday, is it basic or is there anything really popping now?
Well, I like to go from hood to classy when I go out. So I like to start off in Wynwood in a humble environment and then boom, switch it up in a bougie place.
Well, that's great, man. Thank you. That was the rundown from JD, who doesn't know what he wants to call himself. It doesn't really know if he even wants to do this, but I appreciate him being there. But you're not the only guest we have tonight, JD. You know that, right? Let's see. Hey.
Oh, that's A-Train.
That's not A-Train.
What's his name again? He's a DJ. I forgot his name. What's his name, man?
A-Train's good. I'll be A-Train for the show.
Okay, this is DJ A-Train. Give it up for DJ A-Train. Yeah.
No. What's his name again? He's a DJ. Listen, I'm a big fan of him.
Don't tell him yet. Because is this an issue that you've had, that people, they know your name, but they might not know the face? Have you had issues with that before?
No. So when I started my social media accounts on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, like my name was notoriously misspelled throughout my early years as a DJ. Mm-hmm. So I wanted something on social media that was easy to find and easy to remember.
Right.
So I came up with the handle @myfavoriteDJ. So everyone that was tagging me or talking to me would say, "Hey, at my favorite DJ," like almost forcing them to say I was their favorite DJ.
Okay, so you know who it is yet? You know who my favorite DJ is? It's Konflikt, DJ
There
Konflikt.
it is. Konflikt.
Come
Konflikt.
on, man.
Hold on, you used to be on Y100 or Power 96. Which one was it?
Y100.
There it is. Oh, he was with the top dogs, yo. He was with the top tier.
He still is. What are you talking about?
He still is.
Thank you.
You still do 1-800 Lucky here and there, right?
He does a lot of.
I mean, I like eating there.
Listen, man, don't mind this guy. We're gonna go through all the spots that you're doing or used to do, whatever you want to talk about. Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Konflikt. Now, were you from Miami originally, or where are you from?
So I was born in Argentina, but my parents immigrated to Miami when I was 4. So I'm not born, but I'm bred here, I guess.
Right. So you've seen it kind of be built up from outside of South Beach, leaving South Beach, going to Wynwood, going outside Wynwood, all of the different areas. So that's fun, man. I saw you at Blackbird actually last week. You were playing at Blackbird. How was that experience?
Blackbird's always a good time. Blackbird is great. It's to me, it's the best place to get like a full body workout as a DJ in the creative sense.
All right. Now, since things have started opening up again, have you? Is it a new day for like bookings? Would you take spots that you maybe wouldn't have taken before because they're available now, or are you kind of doing the same stuff you did before?
So I actually I talked about this on my podcast recently, which was thank you. That I'm torn between keeping the shiny reputation of nightclub DJ, bottle pop service, like all that stuff, and playing the places that are cutting checks right now. So I'm torn in between that, but I'm leaning more towards it's a whole new market. It's a whole new time to rebuild brands. So I think I'm going to just kind of go with the flow. And unless something really rubs me the wrong way, I'm pretty much going to take a lot of the gigs that open up.
What really sparked my interest with your Instagram account, because usually I was following you on Twitter, and you had a lot of interesting things to say during the pandemic. I liked a lot of your takes on certain things. Did you catch any heat on Twitter for anything you've posted in the past?
I don't think so. I think if there's any heat, like guys will just keep it to themselves. Or I've had people send me tweets that people send out without tagging me. And I just look at it almost like it's none of my business. Like if you guys wanted to talk to me or you want to bring something up, just at me. Yeah. I'm right there. And if you don't, then that means you don't want to talk to me. You just want to comment on something that I thought up or something that I posted, which is okay too. But I don't really take any of that personal. If somebody doesn't agree with me, that's okay. We can still be friends. We can disagree on something and still be friends. Or maybe we can't, and that's okay too. And if someone wants to talk, then we can talk. But I don't really like, talking on social media. If someone has a big problem with me, I'll be like, listen, man, just let's text or let's call.
All right. Well, it looks like Konflikt has a big problem with somebody, because I want everybody to go to my favorite DJ on Instagram, and we're gonna take a look at the latest video that he's posted up there. I want you to see what it says. Right now it says Konflikt Diplo. What does that mean? I don't know. Let's watch the video and see here.
Award winner Diplo slated to box for Triller Fight Club. Diplo? Boxing? This guy? I wonder if he'll box me.
Uh-oh. I like this music. It's motivational. I like the music, the background stuff you have there. A little future bass. Very nice.
How far did you run?
Just around the block.
Is that enough?
Yeah, it's Diplo.
Ooh, burn. It's Diplo. You don't need that cardio, baby. Look at this. He's putting Diplo's face on boxing mitts. Bong. Hitting on bong. Wait a minute. First off, where do they have you training right there? Did they make you guys train in like the patio of a place or something? Are you not allowed to go into the gym yet?
That's right outside the UFC gym in Kendall.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you're right there. You're getting prepared. All right, let's finish this thing. Konflikt is boxing Diplo's face right now. If you guys can't see, if you're listening, he's just boxing. All right, there it is, and that was a nice promo flyer shot. Who does your graphics? Did you do that yourself, or is?
No. That's I'm a partner in a media company called Make It Now Media, and whenever I need something designed, I just go to them.
I like that, man. It looked good. It had.
But look, let me correct something you said.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with Diplo.
I know. I'm joking. I
like framing it in a way that makes it more honorable. He said he wanted to box. I like boxing. He's a DJ. I'm a DJ. I thought we could potentially tell like a fun story of two people from the same industry boxing, right? I also knew that if I wanted to get his attention, I had to do it in a way that was kind of like maybe a poke or a prod, but not necessarily disrespectful, because disrespectful can be dismissed. So if I come with insults or come a little, I guess, distasteful, he just be like, oh yeah, fuck this, or sorry, I don't know if I can curse, but F this guy,
Go ahead.
and just block me. So I thought, all right, let me put together something and see if anything happens. So I'm still waiting. And if they ever contact me, I would be 100% down to do anything that they need.
Okay, so have you met Diplo before?
I mean, I've played with Diplo. I opened for him I doubt he remembers, but I opened for him at a couple of clubs in Vegas.
Nice. And did you send this to anybody like on his management team or anything else?
I might have had somebody send it to someone in his circle.
Okay. Well, he posted a young lady today saying that she wanted to fight him because she was playing like an Oculus boxing game, and he posted that in his story. So I'm hoping maybe he's going to see this and possibly post it in his story. You think you're maybe too much of a challenger for him?
I mean, look, I've seen him box. I to be honest with you, it would not be a good day for him if we actually did box. I would have to probably drop like 10, 15 pounds. I'm going to guess if I had to eyeball him, he's probably like 5'11", 6 feet tall, 170, 175. He's also 43 years old, so he's older than I am by quite a bit, almost 10 years. So he'll have potentially speed and cardio if he runs a lot, but other than that, no. This is a bad day for him.
Oh man, this is serious. I'm usually up on my dip info, man. Pretty much everything Diplo, it comes across my radar. I pretty much know what's going on. I didn't even know that he was fighting for Triller. How did you find out that he was going to be on the next, or wants to be on the next bill?
So that article was kind of clicked. I saw that article after the Triller boxing event where Askren boxed Paul.
Right.
And I clicked on that and I'm like, oh, he's going to box. But really what the article said, he's not boxing yet. What it said was he showed interest or he wanted to box. And then they told him, hey, why don't you come over and DJ for us and see how the production gets run, see how we run the show, and then we can talk from there. So there's no determined fight. There's no green light for him to box even. Being 43 years old and not a boxer, I think it probably would be a real difficult time for any commission to sanction anything. If anything, what it would turn into is potentially an amateur exhibition bout with big gloves and helmets and, padding, which I'd be okay for also. But that article basically said that. It didn't say he was boxing. So I read that because it was on a sports blog that I read, and I was like, man, if he's going to box. So here's what happened before that was when I was looking at the Triller numbers of who got paid what, I'm like, who got paid the least on this card? And I think the person that was like undercard, first fight got like 80 grand. And I'm like, shit, that looks like a good check. Mm-hmm. I'm sure I could swing him for 50. Why not put out a video and see if Diplo wants to box me? I'm a DJ. He's a DJ. Let's box. Cut the check. Send the contract. I'm ready.
You making this video was like it was like me making a video for MTV. Come raid my room. It was like one of those audition videos.
Well, yeah, there's definitely some delusions of grandeur there because what's the upside to Diplo boxing me besides the spirit of competition and him getting to test himself against a faster, younger, smarter, stronger person.
Listen, hold on, DJ Konflikt. I don't like how you've been age shaming Diplo this whole time. And I don't like how you're like a carnival barker. How you can spot people's height and weight, man. First off, don't do me. Do this guy. How old do you think this guy is?
Well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not because look, I'm trying to poke.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to poke here. I'm trying to sell.
Don't poke him.
To sell an idea.
He's making a good point.
Trying to sell an idea that Diplo should box me.
Diplo, he's Mr. Everywhere. Why not? He's right.
I thought that was Pitbull. He's Mr. Worldwide. All right, listen. Do you think you may lose out on any kind of like opportunities with Diplo in the future if he hears about this and takes it the wrong way?
Well, I thought about that, and that's part of the reason why I want to definitely keep it respectful. At the end of the day, if he's like, "Listen, I'm not boxing," okay, cool. Well, whatever. I put out a promo video. I had some fun. Hopefully, he doesn't take it the wrong way. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. What I'm trying to do is potentially set up something with a cool storyline: DJ versus DJ.
Let's bring Walshy on.
Who's that? Who did you say?
Let's bring Walshy on.
Walshy Fire.
No, I'm kidding, man.
What is your daily training regimen for anybody out there? I know you posted that on Twitter a lot that you were getting back in shape or going to the next level.
Nah, he's in shape.
No, getting to the next level of his shape in 2020. What was your regimen then, and what is it now?
Well, I try to hit the gym once a day, if not once every other day. I have a Peloton that I ride maybe 3 or 4 times a week. Then I do competitive shooting.
Hold on, competitive what? What did you say you cut out?
Competitive shooting.
Oh,
bang, bang.
That's what I thought he said, but I thought I heard it wrong. Good Lord! Yeah. Not only is this man massive, he's a marksman. Watch yourself.
I'm a big fan of martial arts. Yeah, I started maybe 15 years ago, and I had a really good trainer that was patient enough to help somebody that had absolutely no physical, prowess or experience up to that point. The only time I lifted weights was in high school gym. And so I was 22 and being in nightclubs all the time, being around a bunch of people, I didn't want to be unable if something happened.
Did you ever have to use a little MMA tactics on anybody at the club?
No. Thankfully, I never had to, and I wouldn't necessarily, even if the opportunity, terrible phrasing, but if that presented itself, no, because there's bouncers and there's security guards that keep us very safe. The only time that I came close was just walking on South Beach. I guess somebody was maybe a little too drunk and mouthed off, and I just kept walking because Konflikt is not something I'm chasing, just I guess my name. Yeah. And as I'm walking off, that made him even more mad. And so they started walking towards me, and I, at that point, that's a threat. Turn around, square up, and I think I took maybe 2 steps. And when I planted my back foot, ready to go, I think this guy saw something in my eyes, and he just stopped and then turned away and left.
The eye of the tiger. That's what he saw. All right.
Listen, I'm absolutely an amateur. I've never been in a fight. This is why it makes sense for Diplo to box me.
Is there any DJ besides Diplo that you might be not wanting to get into the ring with? Somebody you think would take you out?
Even if I did, I wouldn't admit to it. I'd just train harder and work more on myself till I got to the point where that person would not be somebody that I thought that could beat me.
All right. I like this guy's spirit. Okay, so last thing, Konflikt. Thank you so much for telling us your side of the story. Hopefully Diplo gets this and will eventually maybe talk to you about it. But so the other night I was out, and I'm not going to tell you who it was, but somebody came up to me and they were like, "Listen, man, I got $1,000. I got $1,000 that Konflikt can destroy you in a room." Okay, they're very confident in your DJ skills, and I've heard you play, and you're very good, I'll say. But listen, I took that as a challenge, man. So now I've been stepping it up and trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. I'm trying to get my routines back together. I might have lost a lot of the live stuff in this last year, but now I'm getting. You've given me motivation. You didn't even know this, but somebody really thinks you're a good DJ out there.
Well, I know what you're talking about because he actually commented to me afterwards. But
okay.
That sounds like something that I would love to pursue with you, man. Why don't we do a back-to-back set at the place that you're talking about at some point? And here's what I found. It doesn't necessarily have to be a competition because we're both competitive. I can tell you're like, oh, I'm already working on my stuff. All right, that's good. So why don't we do something where it's like, you do an hour, I do an hour, or 15 minutes, or you want to do 3 records and 3 records, and we just kind of push each other. You're going to get better. I'm going to get better. That's how we actually, get things cracking.
I think that's a great idea, man. Battle of the DJs, but just for fun, not real battle. Because I know we would both. I know I would do terrible and you'd win, and I don't want to come off like that. But that's fine.
Listen, I'm not built for battles, dude. I came to the conclusion after doing the Red Bull 3 style. I think 2 or 3 years. I'm not really that. I'm more of an entertainer / luxury You know, more so than a battle DJ.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm striving for as well. I'm also a luxury DJ. So everybody out there would like to book a luxury DJ, I'm available, and also Konflikt is available. All right, Konflikt, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you, and like you said, hopefully Diplo hears about this, and we'll be seeing you in the ring soon, man.
I'm ready.
All right, talk to you later, buddy. See ya.
See you guys. Thank you.
JD, how do you feel about that challenge? Do you think it's gonna go down?
You and him and you, or him and Diplo?
Well, dude, I'm not battling anybody. Whatever. Him and Diplo.
That'll be good. Thing is that I don't know Diplo like that. Who I really know is the other dudes from Major Lazer. I have more relationship with Walshy. You know what I'm saying? Abe Drums. But Diplo, I don't know. He's very quiet. I just don't really know him. I've just maybe.
All right.
Why not? I've seen Konflikt Stature. That would be a good fight.
Did that interview bore you? You seem like you're falling asleep over there.
No, I wasn't falling asleep at all. I was just like trying to.
We had another guest in the room too.
I was just feeling shame of myself for basically. Oh yeah, I'll be with Diplo and something. Yeah, actually, I'm going to this private party he's doing.
Okay, well, we're not going to talk about the private party.
No, I was just saying it was funny. Imagine I pitch it to him like, hey.
Okay, well, yeah. All right, well, you let him know when you're hanging out with Diplo in his private party. We'll let him know about Konflikt that wants to punch him in the face. That'd be a great conversation for you and Diplo. How about that?
Bring money, Triller. Yo, that's money right there. No homo. Konflikt's an attractive dude.
It's Triller.
Diplo's an attractive dude too.
You can't say no H. You can't say that you're not Cameron. You can't. And listen, we have another guest that's over here that just keeps getting up and walking around. We must be very boring. Listen, let's just get into our next guest, man. Because are you ready to transform into interview mode, JD? You ready?
I'm just freestyling.
Watch.
This, bro.
Watch what happens when we transform into interview mode. There it is. Bong! Welcome to Complete Animals' lair. Do you like that?
Yeah, I like the gentleman background, the gentleman club background. You know,
right behind you's Funk Master Flex right here.
Oh man, man, this guy right.
Okay.
He lied.
All right.
He lied.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest, he hails from California, goes to New York, goes all over the world, and eventually he ends up in Miami. And I saw him wandering the streets high on mushrooms the other day. So I just decided, why not come on in and talk about it, buddy? His name is John Brown. What's up, man?
Yo, what up?
The King of the Burbs? Do we not use that anymore?
King of the Burbs for life.
Okay.
John Brown was good.
Listen, he's not scared.
Like the R&B singer, like John B, right?
John Brown. Y'all know who John Brown is?
Yes.
You know where that comes from?
No. Let me see if JD knows. Go ahead. Do you know who John Brown is?
I keep thinking of him that was that white boy R&B singer from the late
John
90s.
B.
Yeah.
His name is John Buck.
John Brown is actually a historical figure from 1849. You know, it comes from a long story of American history. You know, back in bloody Kansas and all the craziness that this country was founded on. So you know that's what inspires me.
Nice. So me and you, we've met many years ago. Maybe when you were promoting a show called The White Rapper Show. I don't know. It might have been that far back. And if people aren't familiar with that was a show that came on VH1, Ego Trip, Elliot Wilson kind of put that together. And if people want to see kind of like a little piece of what the show looked like, let's take a look at John Brown on The White Rapper Show.
How'd you get your name? King of the Burbs. I still don't really get that. The King of the Burbs is a brand name. You know what I'm saying? And it's always extended to the ghetto revival, man.
When John Brown is talking, I have no idea what he's talking about.
Because if I was my own entity and I wasn't connected to a ghetto revival, I'd still be on like some King of the Burbs.
He constantly reps this thing called ghetto revival, and he calls himself the King of the Burbs. I have no idea what that means.
To the King of the Burbs, what do you know about the ghetto? Plain and simple.
Was that him on Tiger King with the fucked up teeth?
That's it. Yo,
go back. Yo, hold up. We got scammed in early 2020.
All right, hold on. Let me see. The guy does look like the boyfriend from Tiger.
And he wasn't gay. That's the thing. So that's probably him.
Nah. Let me see if I can find him. Hold on.
Dude, that should be a meme, dog. You should go viral
this
for
thing
that
called
one.
ghetto revival, and he calls himself the King of the Burbs.
Not him.
I have no idea what that means.
Not Shamrock.
The King of the Burbs.
That guy. This guy. He does look like the guy from Tiger King. John Brown. Do you know who this guy is?
Hold up.
He was on the show. Yeah, I don't know him though.
Do you know his name?
That's Bobby.
Okay,
Bobby. Yeah, he's from Oklahoma, bro.
Yeah.
He was scamming motherfuckers out there. What?
That could be the guy from Tiger King. Great call. Great call, JD. All right.
He looks like he'd be drinking 90 ice. Well, he cashed in, so he probably changed right now. He got his teeth fixed.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so you saw a couple of the cast of characters that were on the White Rapper show with John Brown.
That's a throwback. That's a real throwback.
Yeah, that was like 2007, correct?
Filmed that in 2006.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah.
yeah. 06, the wardrobe, I can tell. Nuck if you buck
All that
era.
heat transfer T-shirts, you know?
Yeah,
It was real heavy with
Nuck
that.
if you buck era.
What was the like cast? How did you hear about the casting, and how did you end up getting on the show?
Oh man, yeah, no. Shout out to Sasha Jenkins and Ego Trip, Elliot Wilson, and Brent Rollins, Gabe Alvarez, Jeff Mao. You know, those are all the legends of you know, media culture, hip hop, journalism. You know, to this day, once we saw that this show was happening, it just seemed like a funny opportunity. Wound up going in, auditioning, not really taking it that seriously. One thing led to another. Wound up hopping in a van. Showed up in the Bronx. There was MC Search and a bunch of white rappers, and we just played it by ear. And like, honestly, didn't even know if the show was gonna come on, you know.
But
And,
Vanilla Ice didn't come through, right?
No Vanilla Ice.
Right.
That was a good joke, Jay.
No Mark Wahlberg.
No Mark Wahlberg.
It was good. It was a good day.
But yeah, it was a lot of legends on that show, man. Just Blaze, Fat Joe, Joel Santana.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Bushwick Bill was on that show.
Little short dude from that group from Texas, Houston.
Ghetto Boys,
Dog,
legends.
You're gonna have to calm down with this generic knowledge, okay? We're talking about legend Bushwick Bill, okay?
They really pulled out a lot of interesting heads for that show. So it was a fun experience, man.
All right. Well, did you know the Ego Trip guys before you
know,
got on the show?
What's funny is actually I ran into them at the airport in like 1999 or something in Seattle, because they were in a Mass Appeal article, and I was sitting in the airport reading the Mass Appeal article, and I look over and these dudes are like right there. I'm like, yo, is this y'all? And so I just kind of had that was a random ass experience, but I didn't really know them like that until I did the show.
So run down just real quick, like the weird, first off, how was it like staying with people? Did you stay in the same place with a bunch of people, or did you each have a hotel room? And how did you interact with the cast? And what's the weirdest story that happened during filming?
Well, so it's definitely a social experiment. You know, they take your phone away. You can't like watch TV or read the newspaper. So you're really kind of isolated, you know, and that kind of puts in a lot of the pressure of like just the psychology. You know, reality television is a wild experience. You're always mic'd up. They're waiting for you to forget that you are mic'd up. So you say crazy stuff. You know, we lived in this space that was a renovated studio, like an auto studio. And yeah, we just like, you know, had bunk beds, and it was like White Rapper summer camp or some shit. Yeah, and what was the craziest experience? I mean, you know, I think making a track with Just Blaze was probably the craziest experience, you know, just coming up with it off of his, you know, original tracks and making that and having him, you know, do his signature drop in front of it. And that was a good experience. Yeah.
It wasn't weird when a girl put a sex toy in your face?
Yeah, that was hilarious. So the first night, yeah, everybody got really drunk. I didn't drink. You know, I try to stay away from alcohol when I'm kind of in a working mentality, just because it's, for me, that's more of like a party type of thing. You know, and there was a lot of heat, you know, people kind of coming at me. You know how that stuff goes. But I wasn't really with the bullshit, you know. It was hilarious. It was almost like a lot of cameras like this, right? And so you got all these people coming at you, and you got cameras and everything. It's just not reality, you know what I mean? It's TV. But that was funny.
Did person end up going to jail for something? Do you know about that?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened to them, but you know.
Hold on. Did anybody smash Persia on the set?
I have no clue, man. But you know, I know
John Brown. You're not giving me the dirt that I need. The Persian dirt. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. No, I mean, I wasn't really too you know, fascinated by any of them or caught up with any of them. Like, to me, it was really just a platform to meet a lot of amazing creatives and to, you know, do my music. Yeah.
Right. Okay. John Brown, he's keeping it PC, baby. P sizzle.
Speaking of John Brown.
What?
I know this make no sense, but every time I go to Chipotle, you know, you can name your meal. I call it Maurice Brown. I don't know why, because I get brown rice to bowl. So yeah, in the brown field.
Yeah, man.
What's going on?
Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt your interview there, John Brown, with that Chipotle experience. Listen, eventually you were down. It was down to the wire. John Brown and Shamrock.
Yeah.
To the very end, MC Search had to get out there on that stage. You guys did a little battle at the end, a showcase. You did a song, and then it was time to crown the winner. Let's see what happened.
That being said, you know, usually I'll tell one of you guys to step off. Today, we're going to let one of you step up because one of you is about to be...
I love Serge. He's very serious. He takes his job very seriously.
And win $100,000. Shamrock, step up. Congratulations.
Oh, my gosh. Shamrock. It's a shame. That's a joke, man. It should have been John Brown.
Did Blind Fury choose this?
It's not Blind. What Blind was Blind Fury a judge? John Brown? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, man. No, shout out to Shamrock. He's a good dude. That was a wild experience, man. But I was blessed to be part of that in that era. It's a wild era.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Dante Ross said it wasn't about being lyrical. It was about like the songs had to be of the moment. And Shamrock was wearing like the Juicy J shirt from the Stay Fly video, which I always equate with Miami, by the way, because he comes out of a hotel in Miami and it's just like, yeah, that's that Juicy J attire. He was wearing that thing, so I guess he was of the moment. Do you agree?
So mid 2000s.
It's very mid 2000s, man.
Have you heard from Shamrock at least? Did he do anything after?
Man, I'm not really in touch with them now.
Oh, dude, John Brown is not feeling the white rappers. Let me tell you.
I mean, it's like you got to remember, it's like this was a random place. 8 weeks with some people. Some people stayed longer than others. We weren't really like friends or homeboys. I wasn't really trying to cut anybody down. I never really been a hater. Like I'm not really about that. I just been doing my thing, and then I went on my own crazy experience through all kinds of experiences. I met Wonder on Lip Service.
That's right. Lip Service.
Shout out to Angela Yee.
Yes.
So that was a classic. And making music, this industry's crazy. You got to keep a level head and try not to get sucked into the bullshit. And just try to get what you want out of this game. And hopefully contribute back to the culture. Not take everything from it, but put something back into it.
This is the question I have. Could the White Rapper Show be made in 2021?
It's already going on.
Chill. I'm asking John Brown.
Of course it could be made. It's there's a lot of issues, right? Cultural appropriation, being an artist within black art. There's a lot of, we have Black Lives Matter movements going on. Where do these white rappers stand on a lot of these issues? But there's a lot of ill white rappers, rest in peace Mac Miller, a lot of white MCs that put it down. So I think that there could still be a dope show about white rappers, but it's not going to be like Ego Trip, because Ego Trip always going to have that that slant, that intelligence, that comedy to it. But I wouldn't mind if they did another one.
Yeah, they have that intelligence. They had a big jar of mayonnaise in there to talk about white people like mayonnaise. That was a very intelligent.
Mad.
Yeah, I'm mad. 'Cause let me tell you. First off, I was going to call this episode "Ruin Your Life, Move to Miami." That's what it is going to be called. So that's what it's called for. Ruin your life and move to Miami. But really, what it was going to be called: Ruin Your Life, Move to Miami, and Reclaim Your Whiteness. That was the name of the episode. I had a couple people tell me that's not a great first impression to have for a podcast. People might not want to see that as the first title, but that's in my mind. It's called Reclaim Your Whiteness. That's what I've been doing over the last year. I'm going on an Eat, Pray, Love white adventure. I go to Walmart for fun. This is what I do. I eat unseasoned food, as people say. That's fine. I like chain restaurants. That's the food of my ancestors.
Wow.
Okay? You've seen a couple rappers kind of do the same thing. Post Malone, Machine Gun Kelly have gone to their rock roots a little hard. They've been called culture vultures, but it's all good. They'll be playing the Super Bowl soon, I'm sure. How do you feel about those particular guys going to do a different genre?
I mean, let's not forget rock and roll is black music, right? So, even when that becomes an aesthetic that they're integrating into their style, it's all going to be black music. But Post Malone, Jack Harlow, they're amazing artists. These are very talented brothers. So you got to just respect it and try to study what it is that they do.
That's right. John Brown is a political man. We found that out a little bit later on in his career. He actually did some stuff for Mass Appeal. What was the name of the series you did for Mass Appeal?
Yeah, so actually, Politicking with John Brown was a column that started at Complex. Shout out to Brendan Frederick, Joe LaPuma, who was my editor at the time. And so it was politics from a hip hop perspective. Obviously I did Car Wars and John Brown taking my name from a figure historically. Politics has always been dear to my heart. But I did a series called Politicking with John Brown with Mass Appeal, and we did a few directed by Jessica Lorenzo Rue, And yeah, this one's about Melania. Now it's funny because this
I like
one,
how he says it, Melania.
Yeah, Melania,
American way.
because this was way before he actually won. So it's still kind of a game.
This is 2015.
2015.
John Brown did his tribute to Melania Trump, the beautiful princess she is.
All they talk about is
Trump.
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 It's gotta bother you. They talk about
Trump.
But what about you, Melania? Melania. Girl, where you from? Yugoslavia?
I have a birth certificate from Slovenia.
Oh, word, keep it real. We've been watching you. I mean, you been sitting courtside, but let me kick it to you forthright.
Excuse me.
What? You something like his fourth wife? I'ma make you my first, and that's for life. You living off the man's name? So what you think about his campaign?
Just going down.
Everybody hates us.
Now that's a damn shame.
Absolutely.
Heard you from the East Block. I'ma have you lead a peace talk. Instead of bombing more Iraq, we could chief get dinner at a cheap spot.
Nice, man. So that was a little. That was like when school teachers they try to get their kids into politics, so they'll come up with like a rap or something like that. It was very palatable, John Brown. Did you get a good response from some of these videos?
I did, man. And we're supposed to do something with Comedy Central around that, but Viacom's kind of a crazy company. But shout out to Christian McLaughlin. He was actually an exec on the White Rapper Show. So shop that around a little bit. And then I'm just somebody that sometimes like I'll go hard at something and then my attention shifts. So I kind of parked that after doing a few of them.
Yeah, trust me. I can't do politics anymore. I have to do it because of my job. I have to be into it and everything from celebrity news to politics and everything else. I can't do it, man. It messes my mind up. That's I moved down to Miami to get away from everything. You come down to Miami, nobody's thinking about politics. Nobody cares. Everybody goes outside and gets pickpocketed by some Colombian prostitutes. That's what we're worried about in Miami.
Yeah. It's been a rough couple eras, man. But shout out to Stacey Abrams for saving our country. Yeah. And it's important to speak out against white supremacy, to speak out against fascism. Yeah. And that's what I've always been about, man.
Yeah, because my cousin he's the head of the Democratic Party for the state of Florida. So
okay.
Every time he's like, man, who you voting for? I'm like, it's not for me, man.
You see, this is a perfect example of Florida people right here. He's worried about who he's taking out tonight. He's not worried about going to the polls for Stacey Abrams, baby.
No.
I tell you that
Don't get
much.
me wrong. I'm very happy what happened in Georgia. So,
Hallelujah.
Okay, do you want to say hallelujah, holler back?
Do I want to say it? Hallelujah, holler back.
Do you guys know about that? Do you know about hallelujah, holler back? Nobody's ever heard that? Do you want to say if there's a religious undertone for hallelujah, holler back, John Brown?
It's so religious.
Mm-hmm.
It's so religious.
Is that like Oakland like pimp talk that you're giving us right now?
Sugar free right there.
I mean, preachers are the highest level of pimps, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not a religious brother myself.
But I get what you're saying.
But a lot of that terminology and spirituality, I think is permeated through our culture. We're not a Christian country. I'm Jewish. I work with Muslims and, Hindus and the whole nine, but hallelujah, holla back is a term that I did not come up with. It's something that one of my older brothers came up with, and it became part of our lexicon, and then it just kind of took on a life of its own. Barack Obama said it at Notre Dame commencement speech. Kendrick Lamar said it in the track, and it's become something that, to this day, it still resonates in the culture, and that's a beautiful thing.
You have been thinking about moving to Miami. Is that true, John Brown?
I mean, I have moved to Miami. I'm out here right now. I think part of being a creative is trying to expand your horizon and, learn from different cultures and places. I've lived in Berlin and Paris and London and New York and Los Angeles and the Bay, and that's a blessing, man. To be able to, open yourself to different people. In places, and being in Miami has been ill, man. As an artist, I've been out here, doing more performances, kind of locking in with rappers out here. Esquina de Abuela is a dope spot. Roots Cava, the Hippie Haven. There's a lot of dope artists out here, and so I'm just out here trying to speak my words and my verses and my songs, and then learning from them. So Miami's been dope in that regard.
John Brown has been going to the Miami version of the New Yorican Poetry Cafe. He's getting a lot of snaps up for some of his work out here. So that's good, man. No, for real, it's an interesting scene out in Miami right now. I feel it reminds me of like late 2000s kind of New York. There's an underground scene. There's still partying and everything else. So quite interesting for folks coming into Miami and want to check it out. You can speak, man. You got to use the bathroom?
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. It's okay. I'll talk to John Brown while you're gone.
Yeah, he's happy. He's like,
I feel like I'm not giving Wonder the he wants the juice. He wants to know who fucked Misfit.
Yeah, I need to know who smashed Persia? What's Misfit doing? Shamrock, is he completely okay in the head? That's what I needed to know about Shamrock. But
Man.
no, I mean you're very good. I feel like you've worked in politics before or PR of like companies, because you say things that need to be said, and you seem like you'd be a diversity and inclusion dream right now with all of your ideals. You're currently working for like a corporate company, right?
Yeah, man. I'm actually working for Pepsi. I'm a creative director. Shout out to Laundry Service.
Did you know Pepsi was like one of the original leaders in protest prevention when Kendall Jenner came out there with that Pepsi can and she stopped any kind of like protests in the street? Did you know that?
Yeah, that was a fail of a spot that was done, internally. I work on Rockstar Energy,
Nice.
doing a lot of different campaigns with, creatives. Advertising is crazy. The world has changed, right? So many brands are what help finance all the things that we love to do. From Made in America with Budweiser, to all these television shows that have product placement that help pay for them. And that's the reality of capitalism. Where corporations have so much power. Facebook, Amazon, they become almost bigger than countries in terms of their influence financially and politically. But that's the reality. Getting a check as a creative director is a blessing, and that's one thing that I've been doing on the side. Yeah.
Have you ever proposed something that you thought was okay? Like maybe like let's deal with the Cleveland Indians, and then somebody in the office said we can't do that, and especially coming from a white man, a Jewish man at that. You ever had any of those issues?
Well, I used to fight a lot for having more representation because there were a lot of white hipsters that were running these agencies, and so that would always be reflected in the representation of these commercials, right? And that's something that I was always fighting for, and feeling sometimes like a little extra with it. But luckily we have seen a lot of more movement in terms of people trying to be more conscious about the impact that media does have and how important representation is, for young kids, young women, men from all races, to see them in these positions, whether it's just in a commercial or actually literally, running these companies. So, we've had a bit of a reckoning, but, there's a lot more work to be done.
Man, are you kidding me? From this year to last year, if you were from an outside looking into America and you just happened to turn on a TV station, you would think like America was probably 75% non-white. Like is that something that has to happen in every commercial? Did they get like tax write-offs, or does it just look good because they don't want to get canceled on Twitter or something like that? Why there has to be a person of color in every single commercial?
I mean, I don't know if that's actually true.
I guarantee it's true. I want everybody at home, turn on the TV right now. I guarantee you'll not find a commercial with all white people, unless they're bad people, because all like robbers on like home security think they're all white robbers now. You guys should check that out. But you don't think that's true, John Brown?
I mean, I'd actually say the opposite. I see you actually rarely see. I mean, there was recently one by Geico where they did a whoop there it is joke, and that was celebrating a full black family. So I think that it's important for.
Hold on. Do you think that's how black families want to be represented by tag team throwing sprinkles up in the air like the LeBron James?
I mean,
do you think that's good?
It's definitely a good question, and that's something I don't have the answer for that because I'm a white dude, but I think that it's important to celebrate black stories that aren't trauma stories. You know what I'm saying?
You have a black young lady next to you. She's been sitting here the whole time. Do you want to, Angelique? Do you want to say anything? First off, introduce yourself real quick.
Oh, well, if my voice is a little shaky, sorry, but I'm Angelique Duckworth.
Lower the mic a little bit if you can.
Yeah, get in that mic. Get in there. How do you feel about your a black family being represented by tag team on commercials?
I mean, I feel like it's good. Like, I'm pretty tired of seeing the nuclear all-white family myself, especially being a woman of mixed race. Like, I like seeing the mixed families and people of color actually being represented in mainstream media.
Who's black and who's white in your family?
My mom's white and my dad is black.
Okay, I get it.
It's always rare to find the opposite.
I was gonna say you don't really hear too much of the opposite.
I'm here to change that. I'm sure John Brown is too. All right, check this out, man. John Brown, we want to thank you for coming through. I gotta get one more guest in here. So is there anything that you want to shout out or anything people should know about you?
Yo, as you know, Music Video Night was a platform that I launched with Mass Appeal about 5 years ago. Every month we were celebrating the art of the video, with the Museum of Modern Art, Brooklyn Museum, Annenberg Space of Photography, Blant Museum of Art, and it was the first of its kind live platform that was a screening and discussion with music videos, taking it out of the laptop and into the cinemas. And my brother Wonder here, held us down with some DJing at times, did a whole partnership with Ace Hotel, had our last event with Quinn Wilson, who was Lizzo's director. So that was a blessing. That's something that's gonna be coming back soon. Also, I got new music dropping, a new track with the artist Chewy out of Sacramento. Shout out to him. Called High Expectations.
I heard this track. Is it okay for me to play it on the radio?
Yeah,
it's all good.
It ain't even out yet, but yeah, let's premiere it.
That's right, baby. World premiere. You have to check out Animal Status Shade 45, 10 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday nights to hear that one.
Hey.
All right. Okay, so I know I wanted to talk to you all about music videos and everything else, but you're gonna have to come back. You're in Miami, and that's what I like. But I wanted to get into some of this.
No doubt.
Some of these social issues that you
hold so dear to
your heart, buddy. Hey, okay. That's good. It was a good conversation, man. All right, so I got to bring my friend Dalton on because he's our closer for the Complete Animals. He's going to be giving his rundown of the week. John Brown, do you mind switching up with this guy over here? All right, so let's take a look at look at this. Wow, DJ Dalton.
Man, we got some nice arms, yo. Look at that tan, yo.
Ain't no DJ in New York tanner than me.
Get in that mic, DJ Dalton.
There's no DJ in New York City more tan than me. Holler at me. I'll send you $1,000 if you're more tan than me right now.
DJ Dalton not only
Pauly D, pull up.
Okay.
And let me tell you this. Wonder did the right thing by putting me in the timeout chair over there with no mic, a baby seat with a bottle of tequila for the last hour, not getting to hear. I didn't even get to hear Konflikt say a damn thing. He was talking all kinds of DJ Jules. I'm over here drinking Espolón by myself, so I'm ready to vent.
Yeah, because oh my gosh.
See, this is how this is supposed to go.
Did you really spill water on my electrical equipment?
Quick compliment hour. You got nice arms, shoulders.
Hold on. Listen, John Brown just threw paper towels like President Trump to Puerto Ricans right there at Dalton.
Damn, he did us dirty, man.
What the heck?
He did the Tebow flop when they used to win back in the days with UF. Whoop.
All right, we good. Quick sidebar. Quick sidebar. I flooded my entire apartment about a week ago from the laundry machine. So it's seen its share of water. But thanks for spilling tequila on there, dog. You're making.
I'm mad. I lost my tequila.
Nah. He poured.
I'm more mad. I lost my tequila than I'm worried about Wonder's Floyd. Believe that.
We do respect him because he did bring alcohol and a very beautiful woman over here as well,
Angelique. Yeah. Let's talk about Angelique and let's actually give her a real shout out because she's not even a girl that I want to take full credit. She is here because we were actually supposed to go to a video shoot with Felva, who is an artist who we manage, and the location ended up becoming full and no more women could come, crazily enough. So I was luckily enough, asked the responsibility to chill with this lovely young lady while Felva goes, and then we're all going to reunite at a later time. So she's been
reunited.
And we're also going to talk about the wristband on her hand where we saw her give someone the Mel Gibson throat punch earlier this afternoon. We're going to come back to that, though.
Did you really punch somebody?
Ooh, it's the mixies for me.
All right, we're talking Lethal Weapon 2. When he hits, or maybe is it Mel? It's like the Denzel punch. You know how Denzel, like in Training Day, when he hits the homeless guy? Yeah. She hit him with one of those, bro.
The boyfriend, yeah.
Hold on, you hit a dude today?
I don't like when people touch me without asking.
Hold on.
He grabbed your hair?
No.
Where'd he touch you? I sound like a therapist. What?
Just, I don't like when guys grab my ass without asking.
What the hell? Where were you at earlier? Where did they do that?
That happens literally all over
CVS. Me and Felva were at the checkout counter. All of a sudden, we hear some guy go, and he got like throat punched, like on some gang shit. And then if you don't believe me, let's look at the wrist. Can we get a zoom in on the wristband? Thank you.
Hold up. Was he shorter than you?
And she was like, I was like, yo, you okay? And she was like, yeah, I think I might have. And we actually in the CVS purchased ace bandage for said punch, and she's now like, it was lit. It was the best place to have it happen.
Let me see your other hand.
I did not know Miami was this.
It's swelled up. It's a little swell. We're a little swollen.
You got some pretty big hands though. Like
I roll with the real ones.
Nice hands. That's a lot of meat
my
in your
biggest
hand.
insecurity.
Get you one who can do
Don't
both.
worry, I don't like my hands neither. Chill.
All right, guys, listen. This leads into Dalton. He's going to take us out with his speech for the week. But I have learned that dudes in Miami are thirsty. I thought guys in New York were thirsty. If they
I'm well hydrated, son. But keep going.
Okay, not you. We've already gone over that. I'm talking about guys in CVS that will just randomly grab a girl's butt. This really happened.
Yes, and I swear, like, I've been in Miami a week, and, like, I thought Portland was pretty bad, but it's just every single block.
Can we just also give a shout out, a round of applause that she gave a guy a throat punch, and let's look at how fire her nails are still looking, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. Clap it up. And she didn't break a nail. Holla.
All right, Dalton, get center on this camera. You see it, and get into that mic. All right, go for it, baby. What's on your mind?
So, best thing, I want to listen. First of all, honored to be here. The name's Dalton, professional DJ and producer over 15 years in New York. Now, second time living down here in Miami. Moved down here 6 years ago and went back to New York for a couple years. Now I'm back down here again. So this is my second time around. Been DJing down here. Miami's my second home. I love this town. So, I'm happy to have my dog Wonder here because, I can count on my hand the people who I really fuck with on an artist level and also as the homies. And, Wonder is one of them, one of the people who inspires me to, be better and all that shit. So once again, just to solidify my brand and my name here, my name is Dalton. Fuck Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point of a podcast. Everybody's allowed to have their opinion. On this side, we fuck Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? New York City public school system, no judgment of color, creed, whatever the term is. I used to go down to the Jersey Shore in the summertime, which was 3 hours south of New York, right? And when I was about 15, I remember when my homies used to make some little jokes, racist jokes for the first time. And I didn't understand it because it's not where I was from. So in actuality, I never understood him, but I just kind of low-key felt bad for him because in my opinion in life, your beliefs and everything, you come from where you're from, right? People who have like that MAGA shit, I look at people like that like the same way as I look at somebody who has like a calcium deficiency or like an iron deficiency. It's like I feel bad for you, you know what I'm saying, that you got that going on. We're going to try to get you some iron and get you right. Moving on. So what I'm here for is what's bothering me today. That's going to be my thing. Like, I'm this type of dude, I'm a New Yorker, shit be bothering me crazy, so I'm just going to let it fly, especially after I've had 3 tequilas. So first thing that's bothering me in Miami, this is a public service announcement to all the bottle and waitress females who I have been trying to take on a date for the last, let's say 60 days now, okay? You bitches are working way too hard, okay? You can't work 7 days a week. You can't. And you tell me you're always working, but when I'm on the yacht with my friends, I see you, and it don't make sense. So we got to figure this shit out. And, you have to allocate some time for your personal life. Y'all bitches are going to catch Asperger's syndrome or like Stockholm syndrome or some crazy shit.
Allocate.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, real quick. First off, so just so we're getting a recap, it's F Donald Trump. Dalton wants to F Donald Trump, and second off, now he's calling girls B words. All right, continue.
I'm sorry, you're right about that.
Continue,
I apologize.
go ahead.
Whoa, let me reel that back.
You're a great role model for everybody listening. Go ahead.
No, that is the alcohol, and I apologize. That's wrong. All right, so now the next thing that bothers me. This happened today. Why do stewardesses pull up to hotels like they lit? Like, like when you're in a hotel and like the stewardesses, like there'll be like 7 of them all dressed up like they pull up like they're dressed in like from like the Nutcracker or something. Like they're supposed to like get in front of you in the line, and it's just like it bothers me, and I just don't understand the whole, like, y'all need to wear regular clothes and just understand you're a motherfucking stewardess. And
no, obviously you've never partied with a stewardess. They go to new towns and they're ready, dog. You've never gone on Tinder or Bumble and seen.
This is just my negative. See, I have a lot of personalities. I got one more of the negative, then we're gonna take it to positive.
Go ahead, hit them.
Why does the seltzer always explode every time I try to make my tequila soda? Every time I buy soda water, the shit sprays all over my shirt, and then I never remember the next time. It's like a continuous thing. All right, so those are my 3. Okay. The girls, listen, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm going to stay on top of you. It doesn't look like it's going good, but maybe you'll get a break in your schedule. Anyway.
Okay. Go ahead. Do you have a positive thing you want to add?
Yes.
What's the what is happening here? Right, oh, Lord.
Today's episode is brought to you by Backwoods, okay? I smoke them crazy. Right now I'm addicted to them. It's because of the rappers that I produce for. It's all your fault. I'm giving myself a time limit on it, but today's episode is brought to you by Backwoods, which leads us into our other idea of the week. Wonder, are you ready for this?
Hit 'em.
And this idea was brought up in the DJ booth at Vendome, the new nightclub, the old Rockwell. We came up with this idea, me and DJ Nano. The idea is called Bumpwoods. It's a backwood filled with cocaine, and we think it's going to do very good in the Miami circuit, but we'll see how that goes. We're patent is pending. We got to try to legalize cocaine. We're not sure if it's going to work out.
Okay, quick. Once again, quick recap for everybody listening right now. We'll go from back to front. First, it was legalize cocaine. If not, find a product that we can just sell cocaine to people, an addictive cocaine to people.
No, I'm just saying,
hold on. I'm just giving you a recap of what you said. Okay. That you're very innovative. You should go on Shark Tank with this.
We think we're going to get to the bag.
Okay, so that's.
I'm sure Mark Cuban would do a bump with him.
Legalize cocaine.
Right.
Second, stewardesses, you're not better than me. I will never let you in front of me. I don't know what you're talking about. Third, calling girls B words.
That was wrong. I apologize, and my mother is actually going to yell at me about that one. I grew up with a good mother. I'm sorry. I respect all the females.
No bottle waitresses will go out with you. Those are the things. And then, and I forgot the last one. F Donald Trump because he's bad. That's what you're saying?
That's it. And then the last thing I would like to wrap up is that 21 Savage Slime Language 2 out now. First album that I put above 21 Savage's Savage Mode 2. So if you're looking for a trap album, go grab that Slime Language 2 because it's the one. And that's it, man. Shout out to the boy Wonder. Check out the Gifted Program, NYC.com. Shout out to her for the Mel Gibson throat punch also.
Hold on. Ladies, if you're looking for somebody, they're very few and far between because I don't know any DJ that actually listens to club music on their off time, like in their car. This man listens to Yo Gotti. He listens to Moneybagg Yo. He listens to 21 Savage for fun.
I take it serious.
He listens to it for fun. So ladies, if you're looking for somebody to turn up with, this is your guy right here.
I don't know about turn up, but if you want me to know what the hardest song on the Young Dolph CD is, I'll tell you that much right there, though. That's for sure.
Okay, the last thing, air out anybody you have problems with right now.
Oh, I have no problems with nobody. I'm good. I'm shining. I'm winning. I would actually like to shout out her clothing brand, Angelique's clothing brand, Remix, which is fire because she makes clothing out of eco-friendly recyclable products, one of ones, and she's lit. And she sat here and dealt with us. So that's why I want to shout out. I don't have no beef with nobody.
Shout out to all the tan women. They're the best. They make the world go round.
No beef with nobody. I got an Aaliyah shirt on. I'm in Miami. We're going to go to the club tonight. It's lit and there's no problems. Backwoods are here. There's no problems. Everything is gravy.
All right. Well, thank you, Dalton. We appreciate that. We're looking to hear more of those in the weeks coming. Angelique, do you want to shout out anybody before we go?
Honestly,
give me your Instagram.
Well, yeah, Instagram handle _A Duckworth if you're looking for some one-of-one pieces, but
A Duckworth?
Yeah, first initial, last name.
That's like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I think he's my second cousin, low-key.
And I'm sorry for calling ladies bitches. That was wrong. I'm gonna put myself in timeout on that one.
I'm gonna go ahead and shout out all my friends that I came with that I outlasted in Miami, and now I think I'm gonna move here. So.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
So what brought you to Miami? Was it a spring break
It was
trip?
Rolling Loud, to be honest. We bought tickets a million years ago. Have been counting down the months, and then that 3 weeks
Were you
before
19 at the
they
time?
told us they were moving it. No, I was still 22.
Okay, 20.
About to be 23, Jordan year. About to be a good year.
So this should be the most selfish year in your life as a woman. You know that, right?
Absolutely.
This is what I mean by that. That's what I like to tell good women about. It's a year to be a hoe, but you have all your rights. Just communicate and you're good. Yeah.
Be like a Michael Jordan hoe. No, actually, I don't think she should do that. Take that back.
I don't mean it like that.
I already called girls.
Jeez, man. All right, folks. This is Complete Animals.
DJ Wonder, baby. We here, man.
Now you understand the title of the show. I surround myself with nothing but animals, except for Angelique. And A Duckworth on Instagram. A Duckworth, is that what it is?
Yes, _A Duckworth or the remix with 2 X's. You'll find it.
So I'll tell you, 5'9".
I'm 5'5".
Okay.
But 5'9" with hair.
Between
Miami boys.
Between JD and then we have John Brown and his pimp Bay Area Hallelujah Holler Back techniques, and then we have Dalton, who's just a complete savage. Angelique, I don't know. I have security downstairs. They may be able to escort you out and get you away from these guys.
So, do you model? What do you do? You got nice show
okay,
frame,
all right. Listen, guys. Thank you so much. JD, you guys can talk after. We got to go.
The Gifted Program. Check us out.
Appreciate
at the Gifted Program NYC. The Gifted Program NYC.com.
Okay. At DJ Wonder everywhere. JD, where can they find you?
I don't got social media right now, but we'll get back to that
He
later.
does actually, but that's fine, whatever. And then YouTube, most importantly, youtube.com/DJ Wonder. Please hit subscribe on there. If you're on this right now, just hit that subscribe button right there. youtube.com/DJ Wonder. And that's about it. We'll see you next time, man. And JD, you're going to get it together. You did a great job today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. If you say so.
All right, man. Bye.